Good morning, boys and girls. Today's math lesson has to do with addition, but it's a little different. Some of you have workbooks that have this activity, but I've never touched upon it because this is something where if you have been exposed to adding the different ways that I've done for the last 2 months, then this is something that we can do now since we practice so much about it. So I'm going to use my wipe off board and we're going to do an equation here. So watch what I do. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is that this number and this number that goes in here, they're called the addends, the addends. And this is the sum. The sum is the total of these two together. So we're looking for an addend that goes right here. You have 2. So what you do is you draw 2, probably circles. And how many in total should you have over here is 5. So you draw 5 of them. The question is, what's the other addend that's missing here? If I had 2 and I add, I don't know how many, it gives me 5. Well, if you had the pictures, it would have something in here. But right now, I want you to think that you don't have the picture, so you can think a little better. The first strategy that you should learn in math, if you're doing addition or subtraction, and you're missing, in this case, addition and addend, you go to the sum, and if you have a picture of it, you cross out what you see over here. How many circles do you see here? 2. So I'm going to cross those 2 off right there. So whatever is left is the other addend. So how many dots I did not cross off? Exactly. So that's what I'm going to write. The number 3. Okay? Now, if you look at it, it has 2 dots plus 3 dots equals 5 dots because I put these 2 all together over here. Well, the addend can be different as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it. And if you are paying attention, you will get this right. So now I have 3 plus something or addend equals 5. So the first thing I need to draw is 3 circles and 5 circles. Okay? That way it will guide me. It will help me. When you are adding, if you have not learned how to subitize, this will help you. If you have subitized, then this answer right here will be quick for you. So I had 3 and I added something else to make 5. So my strategy for you today is to cross these 3. So I'm going to cross these 3 right there. Now, how many I did not cross out is the answer. So the answer is what? 2. So I'm going to write a 2 inside of that box. I'm going to add those 2 to the bottom of the number 2 in circles and put the other ones back. So now you have 3 plus 2 equals 5. you're going to say, oh, this is easy. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Let's take it a little further. Instead of the board, do it on your journal. Okay? Take a number that you know that you're going to use to add. Today, I think purple would be fine. I'm going to use on the top of my journal up here. I'm going to use 2 plus something equals 3. Now, how do I solve it? You have to show your work. And how do you show your work, Mr. Rodriguez? You draw a picture. This time I'm going to draw squares. I drew 2 squares under the 2. Now I'm going to draw the sum of them. The sum. And, you see? But I still have an addend that's missing here. So 2 plus something gives me 3. If I have 2, and the number that comes after 2 is 3, then what is this number that goes here? If you do this, and you cover the 2, it helps you too. Exactly, 1. So you write a 1, and you draw 1 square. You see? Now let's invert it. I'm going to do it the other way. This is what I mean. You see? Now I have 1, I'm missing an addend, and I have the sum is 3. So again, here we go. You see this? All right, so I have 1 addend plus something equals, I'm going to cover that addend that's extra there. What would be the answer? Yes, 2. So if you are looking and paying attention, you will actually solve the problem. Okay? That's what I want you to do today. I want you to look for an example that tells you something's missing and that you will be able to draw it. Okay? That's for math for today. But as you know, in the previous video about borrowing bunnies, I did not get a chance to do the skylight formation practice for you. So I have included that in this video. Okay, so I'm going to use my skylight formation board. Take it out. Make sure you have your marker. And by the way, I will be coming to your house, knocking and leaving you some supplies. I'll give you some more dry erase markers and other things for you to do. Do not take everything out. Let mommy read and know what she's getting and daddy, and then you'll be able to do it. Because if you take everything out, everything's already organized and labeled. If you take everything out, you're going to mess up the whole thing. So don't do that. Wait. Wait and wait for instructions. Alright, so going back to the board of the skylight formation. Let's do the word car. So car starts with the letter C. You start on the plane line, come down to the grass like in a curve, and that's the letter C. The A, you start on the plane line, come down and around into the grass and up and up and up and up to the plane line and come down with a tail. And the R, you start on the plane line, come down to the grass, go up in a little bit of a curve on the plain line. And that's the word car. Car. Now I want to get to the next word is far. Far. So far starts with an F and F begins on the skyline. So we start on the sky, come down to the grass, pick your marker up and go across the airplane line. The letter A, you start on the plane line and go around and around and around. You touch the grass and around and around and around, come back up, and then go down with a tail to touch the grass. And the letter R, you start on the plane line, you come down to the grass, go up in a curve, and it touches the plane line. That's the word far. Now we'll do the last rhyming word for this board, which is jar. Jar. Jar is going to start on the plane line, but guess what? You start on the plane line, come down to the worm line and make a hook. Put a sprinkle on top like this. Then you do the A. You start on the plane line, come down to the grass and go around, 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 around. Touch the plane line and come down and touch it with a tail. That's how the J and the A look like. And the R, to close it together, you start on the plane line, come down to the grass, go up in a curve, and touch the plane line. And that's the word jar. Jar. Okay? So, we did what we had to do for today. I'm looking to see who is going to make an amazing job of finding the missing addend. That I would like to see. And practice on your sky letter formation board. That will help you when you're writing on your journal. Have a great day. And do know that I will be visiting you very soon. I will be dropping off some supplies for you and probably some gifts. It all depends. And take care of it. Have fun with it. And you will be getting some things that you really, really, really need. Don't throw it away. Don't lose it. Keep it in the bags. You keep them in the bag, you'll know where it is when we're going to use it. All right? Have a great day. Bye.